Hi there, Alan Hurd from Hurd & Son. I don't know whether you remember, but we did a little video about when we brought this table in and it had been flood damaged, and I'd put a let's call it a liquid onto the surface to neutralise all of the sewage and the oil and the muck that had gone onto the surface, because this was actually floating in water this deep when we first saw it. However, it's made out of rosewood. It has suffered a little bit for the flood, to say the least. You'll see with the tabletop we couldn't actually stop it from doing that warping. We will be able to pull it back, but as this is rosewood onto a pine base, as with a lot of this furniture from the Victorian era, it's suffered a little bit, but we've managed to stabilise it. It's been in here for quite some time now, and it's now time to take off what I'll call the sludge. Now, it's not a very nice job, but at least it's not raw whatever on the surface. And to get rid of it, it's just cold water. You don't have to put any more chemical on it to remove it. And I'll show you that you have to press on a bit, but you see how it's starting to come off? Now that is all sorts of muck that's on the surface. If you get any stubborn bits like that, chuck a little bit of sawdust or shavings onto the top of your rag and do that. You see how it fetches it off? Now that wood won't affect the surface, but it does help you remove anything that's on there. Now as I do that, you'll see that there's more and more coming off. If you use hot water on something like this, all that you're going to do is make the water penetrate back into the grain again if there is any open grain anywhere, because hot water is searching, cold water will sit on the top. So what you do is you do that, and as you can see we're getting the good old rosewood finish back, and believe it or not, that French polish is still there. It hasn't taken it away. You'll see from that we're getting some of the beautiful wood from underneath and bringing it back to life again. Now, this isn't a case of just getting the muck off and then giving it a quick wax and sending it out. After I've got all of this off, when I've gone all the way around the table, there will, without any shadow of a doubt, and I can see a couple of pieces already where the veneer has actually been blebbed from underneath. The water's got at the back, or through the open pores of the veneer, gone in and it's released the old animal glue at the back of the veneer, so it's got a little bleb there. That will go back down again, as will, can you hear it tapping? That's actually loose veneer. Now if we hadn't taken our time over drying this, what would have happened is that wood underneath the veneer would have shrunk back that fast that the veneer wouldn't have been able to follow it, and the glue that's on the surface of the pine underneath would have just simply released, because you're trying to do everything too fast. With restoration work and recovery of flood damage, you've got to take your time. Have a look when this is all completely had its muck removed. It'll look a different beast altogether then, and then I'll show you how to go about getting these little bits of veneer back down and refinishing the surface. We're not putting a new surface finish on it, we're going to revive the old one. I hope you like what we're doing. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.